So, hey guys, this is my first TADC video, first theory video to be fair. So, today I'm going to be going over the yellow AI and abstraction and what I think those mean, and I think I might have cracked it. So, now a lot of people have noticed about all the red, yellow, blue symbolisms and like what they mean for the show, and I'm here to decode what I think the yellow and potentially the blue means. So I'm going to be going over this scene and saying what I think it means. So we can see the data stream is going into there. That's what we're going to call them, data streams. And they flash the images which are inputted into Kane the AI, which then puts out outputs which are like responsive. I don't really know. Then another data stream with more images that are more complex, you could say, and then that makes more complex shapes. Also, I noticed that a lot of the things in the circus come from these images, like the burger and like Spudsies, and then one final data stream, which is the C&A office, which I don't know why they gave him this information. It just confused me, and then it starts spitting out erratically and breaking down and not working well in tests or something, and then it gets trapped. Then C&A creates Able, which then gets a yellow and greenish data stream, which is weird because there's no photo flashes. So, but it does give out outputs, which are like, it gives out more outputs. So what I think of that scene is basically either the creators are holding something back because there's no images shown after the yellow data stream, or it has a better lore reason, which is that it's a program induced. And remember how I mentioned the yellow AI earlier? Well, we're going to get into symbolism of that right now. Here is the whole theory for today. So, Kane was created, wasn't good enough. So then, the creators made Able. But to make sure that it didn't end up like Kane, because he crashed or failed the system or something, they implanted a yellow backup/reboot system for Able to learn from his past mistakes. And I think the reboot system was only played out when people were unhappy, because the whole purpose of these AI was to make people happy. That's what we get from episode 8. So I think when Kane tried to kill Able created Bubble or some other things, because we see the shapes like spitting out when they're like fighting. And I think that still in the circus today, parts of everything still exist. So parts of the yellow backup system exist, and parts of Able still exist, like the mannequin. So I also think Abstraction is the yellow reboot system, and we will in a second be going over the evidence for that and why I think it points towards reboot being important and thinking that it's abstraction. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, here is how all the evidence connects to my theory. Right, so we see in episode 7 a reference to red, yellow in the middle, blue. Right next to it we see Kane representing red, yellow in the middle in his staff, and blue. That's why I think the yellow AI is represented by his cane/staff. And we know from Jax's abstraction scene that yellow is sort of meant to represent the end or abstraction in a way, because we see he had the eyes. So yeah, let's say yellow equals abstraction, right? Okay, so how does that connect to Abel and everything? So if Kane's staff represents the yellow AI, and the yellow AI color symbolism connects with abstraction, then we can add it with the data stream from Abel, which was also yellow, so potentially it's a system. So, we know Abel was meant to be an improved version of Cain, so to be better, and to be able to do more things, and to generally make people happy, because that was the whole aim of CNA from what I can tell from episode 8. So, the very first thing they implant after doing it isn't images or output its data, it's a backup system, it's a reboot. People get too unhappy, too sad, system reboots, they go back to being happy, and then the AI learns from its mistakes. This is represented by the yellow AI, which is the reboot system in a way, which is inserted into Abel. Okay, flash forward, Cain devours Abel, kills him, whatever, but there are fragments of the code left, example, the glitches, and therefore fragments of the yellow AI left. So the yellow AI is meant to represent abstraction. Think about it. The Jax quote, when people are so unhappy, they abstract, or something like that. They're not nice to be around before they abstract. So, what if that means that when they get too unhappy, too sad, the system reboots, kicks them out of the game, and leaves a placeholder, a glitchy form, because the code is broken, let's say. So, that means this could be crazy for the law. Smaller little bits of evidence that kinda work, that sort of add towards it. When Cain is trying to decide upon his name, he uses his staff, which is meant to represent the yellow AI, to reset/reboot. Also in the pilot, when Cain is tweaking out, you can see his staff swirling behind him, which is kind of weird. Which is like, could represent like, I don't know, something. And then, yeah, that's all like the smaller pieces of evidence that sort of add up. TLDR here. So, Abel was created with the intention of being a superior AI to Cain, so they inputted a backup yellow system to reboot and make it learn from its past mistakes. Then Cain kills Abel, and the yellow thing, but fragments of the code still exist in the form of abstraction. When people get so sad or too unhappy, they abstract and float towards this yellow orb as seen in Jax's abstraction scene. And I also think that Cain's Cain represents the yellow AI because of the colour symbolisms and weird little resets and smaller evidence. Anyway, so thanks guys for listening. I hope it's right, and I am genuinely confident in this theory. So if you have any evidence against me, tell me, and I will disprove it or take it into consideration and repost or post. So yeah, drop a like and comment. Thank you.